What is up, everyone? My name is Michael Pohl. Welcome back to Bay Area Aquatics, and today I'm going to be rescaping my Betta Fish's 10-gallon tank. Alright, so I don't think I've actually shown my Betta Fish's 10-gallon tank on this channel before. It's in the hallway. It's the only tank that's like not in this room. I personally don't spend as much time at that tank as I would like, but the rest of my family spends a lot of time in that tank. It's kind of right in our living room, like right at the edge of the hallway in the living room. So I've been trying to get it a little on the nicer side. It's the first tank that I ever planted. The plants in there are doing kind of okay. The Anubias is doing really good. The Java Fern is kind of struggling a little bit, but I'm not a plant person per se. I want to keep doing plants, but I'm not the best at keeping them alive. That being said, it's actually my oldest tank that I've had set up running. It's been up the longest now, and it's been the same decoration. It's a little like PetSmart cave and archway and cement like wood log type of deal. It's been that way for like basically a year now, almost a year. I'm kind of tired of it. I know it doesn't look very good. It was really good for when I first started out. Even now, what I changed it to isn't the best. I'm not necessarily a great aquascaper per se, but it's better than what it was. So the tank is a 10-gallon tank. It's just a standard 10-gallon, rimmed and everything. The back of it is painted black, and I've got black diamond blasting sand as the substrate. I really like the all black look. I have all black in pretty much all of my tanks except for one of them. I wanted this tank to be a little more natural feeling, so I wanted some actual like wood and the live plants obviously, and some actual rocks versus the fake cement stuff that I had in there before. So we'll start off with the rocks. The rocks I got from Home Depot. They are Mexican river rocks, I think is what they were called. It was like $10 for a bag of them, and I used like not even a quarter of a bag, probably like a tenth of the bag, if that. But I really like the rocks. I think they might go into my 75-gallon behind me. I still need to scape this. The plastic plants are just temporary. But I really do like the rocks. The rocks are like a very nice diversity of kind of like grays with some deep reds in it. And I think it looks really good with the black. So the next thing I needed after the rocks was wood. I went with a spider wood. I ordered it off of Amazon. I didn't get to choose the piece. I just kind of ordered, it was a 12-inch piece for like $16, $17. I'll link to all the stuff that I use down in the description, by the way. There will be Amazon affiliate links, just an FYI. But I didn't get to choose it, so I kind of took a gamble. I figured worst comes to worst, I can send it back and order it again and kind of do that until I got a piece that I liked. Nowhere near me actually sells any hardscaping stuff, and searching for driftwood in my area is just kind of difficult because there's not many places to actually go search for. I'm kind of close to the city, close to a suburb, and all the places that I could at least think of are all parkland and protected, and you're not supposed to take things from them. Lucky for me, the piece of wood came, and I was actually super happy with it. I liked it. It was a little bit longer than what they said. I bought it 12 inches. I think it came at like 14 inches, but it was nice, and it kind of gave a little corner like focus, which is what I wanted. The last thing I needed was plants, and I figured since I already had plants in this tank, I was just going to keep the other plants, so I kind of broke them. I had them super glued onto that cement log, and so I broke the Anubias off and the Java Ferns off, and I just kind of replaced them around the tank as I felt needed. So the first thing I did was I got the rocks back from Home Depot. I rinsed them off real nice. I kind of sat through and picked out the ones that I thought they were, like I said, different colors, different textures, different sizes. So I got a couple of large ones, a couple of smaller ones, and a couple of medium ones. That way I could have enough to play with. After that, I had all my materials inside. I went ahead and got my Python and drained the tank. I did move the betta fish into a separate container for this, along with the snails that he was with and the moss balls so that they wouldn't get in the way. And drained the tank completely. Then I went ahead and added some rocks in, kind of put them where I wanted to, where I thought they would be, along with putting the wood in. That way the wood would kind of, again, not float up to the top because I could put the rocks down to weigh it down and figure out kind of where it was supposed to be without battling the water and everything floating back up. While I was draining the tank, I also went ahead and cleaned my filters, cleaned the sand, stirred it up a ton just so that I could get everything out since I was pulling most of the water out. That tank really needed a good deep cleaning anyways. I clean it weekly, but it's nice to have a good deep clean every now and then. After I filled the tank back up, I went ahead and added plants. I wasn't 100% happy with the amount of plants in it. I want more plants. I wanted a little more dense and a little more packed. There's Anubias and Java Fern narrow leaf in it. I'd like to get some more, whether it's Anubias or Amazon sword or a couple more taller plants. Before, the way that they were, a lot of them were up closer to the surface. Now they're kind of down a little bit, so they're not quite the same resting area that he used to have. After that, I went ahead and added the betta fish back in. The water was already temperature. I did kind of the same as I would a water change. So I floated them for a little bit, made sure the temperatures were the same, threw them back in the new tank, put the snails back in the new tank, and turned the lights off for a couple hours and kind of let them acclimate to it, get used to the new surroundings. That way it wasn't quite hiding as much. So just like that, in a matter of a couple of hours and some Amazon Prime, I have a new betta tank. Like I said, I'm not a huge aquascaper. I'm not like the best. I don't claim to be the best. I'm not very good at it at all. I wish I was good at it, but I'm not. But it was a tank that I really needed to redo, and I'm happy with the result. It looks a lot better than it did, and I still get compliments on it as people are coming in. I did it a couple of days ago. So next up on the Aquascaping challenge, I have this 75-gallon behind me. I still don't know what I want to do, whether it's a big piece of driftwood across it or a lot of hardscape or what. The primary fish in there are going to be some platies. I've debated between like a rainbow shark or a school of koi fish. I also have an angelfish in here, and I have some harlequin rasboras I didn't really have a place for, so they ended up in this tank just because that's where they went. So if you have any suggestions for how I should scape this 75-gallon, let me know, whether it's plants, whether it's hard rock, or things like that. Let me know what you want to see in it. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you haven't already, you can hit the post notification bell next to it. You'll get notified every time I upload a video. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. What are your favorite plants and rocks and stuff to use in your aquascapes? Do you have any aquascapes you're super proud of? Let me know. I'd like to see them. Like I said, I'm going to link to everything that I've used down in the description below, including the equipment that I use in the betta tank. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.